Hey everyone, welcome back to another stream. I'm Wyatt, and we're going to do another one of these live stream things today. We'll be working a little bit on Pizza Eating Simulator, and I have some goals set up, so some things that I want to get done. And let me just make sure, yep, you guys should be able to see my screen. And yeah, so let's get working on it. So today what I want to do is I want to work up on finishing the pet system. Some people actually sent me some pet models through Discord and some lobby models and a bunch of different things. And I want to do a little bit of work on that, and I want to insert the pets that other people made. And of course, if you have any suggestions or you have any models or anything that you'd like to send to me, feel free. I'd be happy to add it into the game because this is a community game. We're all working on this together. And as always, before we start, I do just want to say, if you would like to get the game and you'd like to experiment with the code and play around with it yourself, I do have the link for the uncopylocked version of it in the description, and I'll be uploading that around every 15 minutes, so you can always, see exactly how far we are, and you can follow along with what I'm doing. So what I think I'm going to do is the first thing that I want is actually something to open the pet UI. So I'm going to make a little button on the side, and people can click the button and it'll pull open this UI, because right now we have no way to actually control it. So let's just go under Starter GUI, and we'll create a new object under Side GUI, and I'll make it a nice blue color. So let's see, we can actually copy this text button, this purchase button right here, and we can throw it under the Side UI. And I'm just going to, let's see, does it let us scale it? Yeah, there we go. So if I line this up right here, I think that's about lined up, right? And then we can, I think I'm actually going to use a logo. I'm going to use an icon for it. So instead of saying like open pet UI, we're going to have like a paw print icon type thing. And I think I actually have one uploaded to Roblox already, because I was working on my cafe game, Tapioca, and we did a pet system there. So I can just use that same icon, I think. Let's see. It should be under My Creations and Decals. If we take a look, let's see. That's one of these. Bar number, no, not marathon. Sorry, 1 second, just gotta scroll through. There it is. That looks like a paw print, that looks pretty good. Footprint, that's what I have it called. No, not you, Alexa. Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. She turns on randomly sometimes. Alright, let's see. Hey, how are you guys? Okay, so I'm gonna do an image button, and that's how we're actually gonna have this set up. So if I set the image of the image button, and then I set the background transparency, there we go, we have our white paw print right there. That's awesome. And I can just change the background color. We can do that, make it look nice. If we say background color equals that, yeah, I think that looks pretty good. And we'll just set the border transparency, because we want to get rid of that outline. How long I've been scripting? So I've been scripting on Roblox since 2017, and I began coding when I was 8 years old, and I'm 14 now, so I guess it'd be 6 years I've been coding for. So I have a lot of experience. You'd be able to, you can trust me when I say something's good. For the most part, most likely it is, but I'm still learning new things every day, so. Alright, let's see, what can we do? I want this to fit, so I don't want this to be like, so you see how it stretches like this? I want it so if the users change their resolution, it actually makes it fit instead of scale with it. So if we say scale type, we can just change that to fit, and then no matter how big it is, the paw print will always fit inside of there. So I will get rid of this, and I'm going to drag this guy in. And we actually have to size it so it scales, so I forgot about that. Comma 0.1, comma 0. I think about that big looks nice. And then if we just put it on the side, so we can have like icons going down the left type thing. If that makes sense. I think that'd work pretty well. And I can't tell, is that lined up? I think it's a little to the right actually. That's okay. And then does it let us say the image size? Can we like, are we able to scale it down? 0.9, 0.9. I don't think it lets us do that. That's okay though. We'll just do it. We can just do it like this. That works. And then what I'll do is we'll actually hook this up so when we click it, we want to open the Pets UI. So we'll just say Pets Open button. And then if we add a local script, and we can just, this will be our side UI handler type thing. Button handler, we'll call it. And then all we have to say is local pets open button equals script.parent.pets open button. And then I'll say, basically I'll just get that click. So pets open button dot mouse one click, connect that to a function. And then in there, so we want to say, so if the pet UI is already visible, then we want to set it to invisible. But if it's invisible, we want to tween it and make it visible. So what I will say is I probably want to get a definition of the pets frame. I'll say local main UI equals script.parent.parent.main UI, and then local pets frame equals main UI.pets frame. And then from there, we can just say if pets frame.visible is equal to false, like that, then we'll do whatever code, right? So we'll do something in there, we'll make it visible, and otherwise we'll make it invisible. So this is going to be the original size. So whatever size the game loads up with, or when the character joins, whatever size this is in the starter's UI, that's how we're going to tween it. We're going to tween it to that size. So we'll say, basically I'm just going to say local default pet frame size equals pets frame.size. So this is when the game loads, it'll define this variable. And then we'll just say, so if pets frame.visible equals false, then we'll say pets frame.visible equals true. And then we have to do a tween. And I have some code from a tween that we were doing a little bit earlier. I don't remember where it is though, because we were doing, yeah, I think we were doing a tween with the pizza cell, right? When it would come up on our screen. Let's see. Is it in here maybe? No, it's not there. Because we size it in, right? I think it's right here. Yeah, here it is. Alright. This is basically like a basic tween type thing we can use. And what I will do is I'll put it right in here. And instead of tweening the too much pizza, we want to tween the pets frame. So we'll say pets frame colon tween size, and then default pets frame size. And then that actually should tween in really nice. And then from here we can say otherwise, we'll say pets frame.visible equals false. But we have to do that after we already tween it down. So we're just going to say udem2.new 0000, and if I'm not mistaken, is this pets frame, it should be anchored in the middle. Oh no, I don't have the anchor point set to the middle. Yep, I will use your lobby, Die Boy. I just have to insert it, and I'll do that a little bit later. But yeah, it looked really nice, so I'll put it in there. Alright, so we'll have that anchored like that, so then when it scales up, it'll scale from all the directions. It'll scale up, down, left, right, all that. So let's see, if we go to our button handler, so if we set it like that, it should work. And then we just need to wait until the tween's done, so it's 0.25 seconds. And I'll just make a variable for that. We'll say local tween time equals 0.25. And then we'll specify that right over here. So we don't have to change it in all the places every single time. Yeah, let's just see how that works. Actually, we should set it to 0 just in case, because I'm not going to set it to 0 when we go in. I want to set it through the script. So I'm just going to say, where is it? Button handler, here it is. I'm going to say, so after we define that, right here, I'm going to say pet frame dot size equals udem2 dot new 0000. The anchor point on a frame, that basically all that says is this is where it scales from. So if we have an anchor point, if our anchor point's in the center and we increase the size, basically it'll increase from that point. So the middle, like if we were to position a UI right here and the anchor point was in the exact center of that UI, basically the anchor point would be positioned right here and the UI would be positioned around that anchor point, if that kind of makes sense. So it's where the UI is anchored from. When we set the position, like the main spot where that actually comes from type thing. Uh-oh, that's not good. I think we messed up somehow. Main UI is not a valid member of player GUI. Maybe we have to wait for child. Let's try like that. We'll say script.parent.parent wait for child, because it looks like it's loading ahead of time. If we do it like that, let's see how far that gets us. Let's see. There we go. Looks pretty good, right? Tweens in, tweens out. Good stuff. And we can actually add a close button up here too, so we don't just have to do it through this. I think that comes out really well. I like that. So let's see, we can actually, if we come over to the pets frame, I'm just going to add a close button up top. So if we clone this, and then we put this in the pets frame, this will be close button, and I don't think I actually have an X anywhere. I might just have to see. Should pet nicknaming cost money? Oh, it's you, Josh. Okay. For Tapioca, pet nicknaming, I think it should be free. Let's make it free. So, Dieboy, if you'd like to, you can, and I'll just take bits and pieces, but a bunch of people have been sending me different builds, so I'm trying to integrate things from multiple people, because, you know, I want to leave it open, because it's not my game, you know. I'm okay at building, I'm not the best, but anybody who wants to build something for it, just send me the model and I'll be happy to drop it in. So yeah, you can build a bunch of stuff for it and I'd be happy to put it in the game. So let me see if I can actually search for an X. I know there's actually an X emoji. It's like a multiplication sign type thing. And if I copy that, let's see, so instead of using this close button, what I would do is I'd use a button like this, like a text button. And then I can basically, if I set the background color, if I make it just a little bit lighter type thing, we want it like, still needs to look blue, that's the thing. Like we want it to be a new color, but it needs to be blue enough. And then if we just set the text of this, oh, it doesn't even let me paste in that emoji, does it? There we go. But if we set the text color, it doesn't make a difference. Let me see this. This looks like a better one, because Roblox supports all UTF-8 characters. See, I don't think we can change the color though, because it's like an emoji type thing. I might just have to use the letter X. Yeah, that'll be okay. We can do that. And if we just move it up here, scale it down just a little bit. Maybe like that. Does that work? Does that look okay? I think it should. I did not insert the Wyatt pet yet. No, I didn't. I forgot. I'm sorry. I was working on some other things for a little while. Have school stuff too. Alright, let's... Actually, if we set the background transparency of this to 1, that actually looks pretty good. And we can move it all the way up to that top right and it looks decent. Yeah, I like that. And let's just make it a little bit bigger. Perfect. Let me publish this real quick for anybody looking to follow along. You can just grab the link from the description in the it's on copy lock, so you can just hop in and follow along with what I'm doing. So purchase button, we want to name this close button. And then in this pet script, we can actually handle that here. We can say, we'll put the event right in here. We'll say Do we have pets frame? We have pets folder and we have pets container. I need pets frame. We can just say script.parent for now. So we'll say script.parent.close button, or after say script.parent.petsframe.close button. Should we make a variable? Yeah, we probably should. Can I read out comments? Sure. I'll read out your comment. Can you read out comments? There you go. Script.parent.petsframe. Say so local petsframe equals script.parent.petsframe. And then we can just say from there, we'll just say petsframe dot close button, and then we can get the mouse button one click, connect it to a function, all that fun stuff, and then we can grab that same code that we had in the TooMuch UI, or in the button handler, this one right here, and it should actually work just fine because we had that variable. We have that petsframe variable. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so confused. So many scripts. Say your name. Yay unicorns. That's your name. Alright. And we'll just change it from tween time, since we only have this tween in one spot. We'll just set it right there, just like that. Then if we go in, we can test that out. Let's see, so we should have two ways to close it. We can double click on the button, or we can press the X button. So there we go. I think that looks pretty good. It works out pretty well. And then we can, because of that modular design I was telling you guys about, last video, we can just clone this as many times as we want, and we can add all of our pets. So actually, I'm gonna go in because some people sent me some different pets. So yeah, we can go in and we can add some of the pets. So let me just go through my DMs. So somebody sent me a Wyatt pet. I don't remember who it is. I think it's Viking. Is the person who sent me the Wyatt pet watching this right now? Was it Rookie? I don't think it was Rookie. Who was it? Who was it? Who sent me the Wyatt pet? I just gotta go through my Discord DMs to try to find it. That's you. Okay, that's you. Did you send me? Oh, you sent me. All right, I have to go to my Wyatt Discord because I have two Discord accounts. If you didn't know, I have my RoScripter Discord account and I have my Wyatt account, and I try to keep things separate just so it's easier for organization. So if you are gonna send me a DM related to RoScripter stuff, please send it to me on my RoScripter Discord, just because it's easier for me to keep track of, and I'll be more likely to respond to you. Alright, here you go. You sent me the Wyatt pet. Let me scroll up. I haven't even looked at this yet. I gotta check it out. Let's hope it's good. So I think what I have to do, if I click on this, I can open the RBXL file, and I can drag it into Studio. Let me see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Put it on my other monitor. Oh jeez. Okay, well we have two things popping up right now. There we go. Oh my gosh, we have so many tabs. Okay. This is crazy. I'm lagging because I'm streaming along with actually... Oh jeez. Okay. One sec guys, I'm sorry. I gotta try and see. I have to exit out because I have like 4 studio tabs open right now. Gotta close out of some of them. I'm on a Mac, so I'm getting like a lot of lag. It's not made for this much processing. Alright, so we'll close out of that one, and we can close out of this one, and then I have this one. Right? I should have another studio. No, I don't want 2 studios, I only want... There we go, okay. Oh, okay. Here's the Wyatt pet. Let me bring it in. I'll set the pet's frame visible to false. And I'll bring it over. This right here is the Wyatt pet. I don't know what I think of it. I mean, it's my character for sure. I'll tell you that. Maybe what we can do is we can actually modify this a little bit. make it a little bit different. Oh, okay, so we have all these different aspects of it. What we can do is we can make it a little bit more generic. So for the red hair type thing, I'm just gonna do it like this. We'll just make a part type thing. I don't know. This might turn out okay. This might not. We do need the glasses because it has to be me, of course. Always got to have those orange hued glasses. Let me see if I can copy those in. Hipster glasses, that's what they're called. Uh-oh. I think I actually have to move them over to the pet because they don't just snap because it's not like a humanoid object type thing. Let's see. There we go. That's actually perfect. I'll leave it just like that. It looks funny, but that's kind of the purpose, so why not? This is just a fun game, right? Just a fun little project. Might as well add little things like this. Just have to make sure they're actually on my eyes, right? I think they are. I can actually change my model, my move, so I can move it like in between. Right there? I don't know, I think that's how my eyes go. My glasses type thing. Leave it like that, turn move back on. We can, I don't know, let's see, can we move this out a little? And now I look like Mario. I don't want that. We didn't want Nintendo getting involved. Let me see. I can add this back. There we go, I gotta move it over again. Oh, my other studio window's getting in the way. Can't see chat. Yeah, I do wear glasses, Xlet. I always have glasses on. Not in real life, but on Roblox I have my character's glasses. Just to complete the outfit type thing. Let's see. You cause so much confusion. You haven't caused any confusion, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you built this awesome. It looks really good. Just do a little modification to it, you know. Does it let us? I don't think we can scale these. What I'll do is I'll just pull out the handle. We can scale that separately, right? Because it should have a mesh under it. Yeah. And we can set the scale. So like if we wanted to multiply by 2, we're going to say like that. Times 2. Times 2. A little bit big. Say divided by 1.5. You can see where that brings us. Yeah, that should be about the right size. That's funny. Because you gotta have the ginormous hair, of course. Of course! I think it's actually the same size as Blobby, too. That's perfect. You know what? I think that's gonna work for now. We're gonna leave it just like that. That's funny. Alright. Then let me just put him down to the same spot as Blobby. And he is sized just a little bit, because of that hair on top. It's a little bit of a different size. But that's okay. I already said your name, unicorns. Okay, so now what we'll do is I'll just take that out, and now we have to weld all these together. So I'm gonna weld this to everything is actually I'm gonna weld it to this part right here. So we're gonna say the primary part is gonna be this, and let's just see how is Blobby put together. So Blobby has his primary part because that's how we set him. Square pets work perfect. Square pets are, I mean, anything really works, but square pets are kind of, I think, what we're going with here. Gotta move him over just a little bit. We're so close. Here, you know what? I'm just gonna turn off my move. Just to move him over a little bit. There we go. Awesome. And then, so we have our price value. 5,000, geez, that's expensive. Whatever, we'll leave it at that for now. We're gonna adjust prices later. I just wanted to have another pet in here for this episode. So now, we're gonna say, I'm just gonna name this glasses, and I'll name this hair, and then what we'll do is we'll add weld constraints, and we're not gonna use the default weld object in Roblox, we'll use weld constraint. Just because that's easier to do through Studio. And I'm going to do the same exact thing up here. Weld constraint part 0. We'll set part 1 as well. And that should work just fine. Let's see. If we go in, we can actually test it out. You taking a break at scripting? Yeah, breaks always help, you know. Oh, geez, that is weird. You know what though? I think that's how it's just gonna have to be for now, because the way we have it all set up. So let's see. So we purchased him, and now if we equip him, does he come over? He doesn't. And we don't have a way to unequip either. We'll have to work on that. Is he anchored? Maybe he's anchored. We don't want that. Because he's a primary part, right? Oh no, we forgot to set that primary part. There we go. Let's try that again. Let's see. Oh, jeez. Okay. That's not good. Now he's not coming over at all. Why is that? So he's unanchored. We have weld, so everything should be welded together. Oh, I think we actually leave him anchored at first, and then it unanchors him. I think that's how we had it set up. Let's see. There he is. Look, see, and he's following us around. That's fun. Awesome. Cool. Alright, let's see. So next I want to work on, so we have our pet UI. It opens, it closes, does all that nice stuff. Now we actually need different levels of pizza. So we need you know, better pizzas that have a lower cooldown time, and pizzas that actually give more coins or give more pizza when we click it. So what I think we're gonna do is I'm gonna have different color pizzas. So just because I'm not really the best at building, modeling's not my strong suit. 1 second, I just got a message on Discord from somebody. Oh, that's XLED. Wow. That looks really good. Let me show you guys these graphics. XLED just sent these to me. I don't know if you can see that right there, because it doesn't let me exactly pull it over. But it looks extremely good, so thank you for that. Look at that. Looks like professional logo right there. Looks very good. So thank you. We'll for sure we'll use something like that for the thumbnail. And if anybody else does GFX or anything like that, you know, you can just DM me and send me some images, and we can put them up for the game thumbnail or profile picture or anything like that. Yeah, so now what we're gonna do, I want to have the different types of pizzas, and the way we're gonna do it, we're not gonna have like pepperoni pizza or pineapple. I'm gonna set it up with different colors. So we'll have, like, just to make it easy, we'll have like red, green, blue, purple, all the colors of the rainbow. That's what we'll set up in pizzas. So let's just see if we can clone this object and put it in workspace. So right now, okay, so it looks like that. And then we'll do the same thing for backpacks as well. So we'll have different color backpack type things. So that is just the default pizza. And then after that, let's say if we have like red pizza. So what would we want to change the color of? We could change the pizza of the handle, so the main object. And then we could also, so we could do kind of like a pattern. So the main object could be like a dark version of the color. The thing on top of that could be a little bit lighter. and then the pepperoni could be a super light version. One sec. The pepperoni is not inheriting that color, which they use part color. That actually might work. Or we can say the cheese aspect of it is actually the really light one, and then the pepperoni is a little bit darker. Yeah, I think I like that better. Alright, we'll do it like that. That'll be pretty cool. And a pizza you get for being in the group. Yeah, we can do that as well. So let's see. So if we move this over, the way we'll wind up doing it is we'll have viewport frames. So it's like the person who actually purchases it can see what they're going to buy in the viewport frame, and then we'll specify the stats too. So let me just publish this for anybody looking to follow along, because somebody did just say it is open source. So yeah, you can use this game however you like. So what we have, so this is the cooldown value, so in how many seconds, right, in between clicks, and then the pizza reward. So I want to give 2 pizzas because this is the next level up, and then for the cooldown, I want to say, let's just say 0.8 seconds. Oh wait, it's an int value. I have to change that to a number value. That's my bad. And I'll change it on the regular pizza too. Because with the int values, you can only increment by the whole number. You can't increment like in between numbers. Pizza value, pizza cooldown. So we need to name it. It would have RoScripter logos as the toppings. That's actually a good idea. Yeah, we could do that. Right, so I think I said 0.8, right? That'll be our cooldown for this one. And then let me just set the... we don't want an int value in the other one. So let's move that over. Fix a little bug while we can. Oh, I didn't copy it right. There we go. Let's just set that to 1. And then if we set this red pizza, if we set that to... where is it? Starter pack? Yeah. That's right, an integer is a whole number. Great math right there. Showing us your math skills. Awesome, let's see. So if we just, there we go. And now we get 2 every time, and the cooldown is a little bit less. And oh, what we should actually do, we should have a bar that like that shows how much like time is left for your cooldown type thing. So let's actually work on that. So what we can do is, so I will put it in the overlay UI just because it's like an overlay type thing. And then what we'll do, so we'll have the back is going to be this color. So I'll paste that in, and then I'm just going to name it, I don't know, maybe cooldown bar. And then we can just scooch that over, or move it down actually. So we should do, pull it down. And then we'll have it so it'll be kind of like this type thing. And we'll pull it, we can actually put it at the top of the player screen. Have it like this. Delete that pizza right there. And then if we take this, we take the pizza label, just delete that, and this is label back, so instead of label back, I'm going to say cooldown front, because this is going to be like a green type thing. Excuse me. So if we set it like that, yeah, like a lime green color type thing. See how that looks. If we set it to take up the whole thing, so yeah, what we can do is we can set it the size to 111 or 1010, and then what we can do is we can just take a little bit off, so it takes it off from both directions. Alright, so we took a little off from the top. Let's see from the sides. If we say it's going to be a little bit more, yeah, drastic increase than we did for the top. 975. I like to go by increments like that. I think that works. And actually, we can pull the top down just a little bit more. 75. Jeez. Like increments by like nothing. Okay, there we go. That looks really good. And then what we can do is just say So we have these scripts, and we'll just say cooldown. Would we want the script to be in here? No, I think what we want is actually we want the script to be, so whenever you get pizza, we probably would want the script to be, yeah, okay. So when we say update pizza, so we fire a remote event in our pizza event when we click. So we fire the, what's it called? The open too much. So that's only if we have too much. But if we don't have too much, then it doesn't fire any kind of event. We could set it whenever the pizza's changed. Yeah, let's do it like that. So right here in our update pizza, whenever it's changed, we'll just say, I'm just trying to think, I'm just trying to work this out in my head. How are we actually going to set this up? When the tool is equipped, Viking says. So when we have the tool, so what? So you're saying we want to check if the tool is equipped? I might just do it with remote events. I might just fire. Well, I would add it to the click function. So then we'd have to do that underneath the pizza itself. Yeah, we could do it in here. And then we just need to do a remote events type thing. Yeah, okay. We'll do that. So we will say, so we're going to say, because we have to fire it to the server and then we have to fire it back to the client. So I'm just going to say pizza cooldown event, or say server, or pizza cooldown event, and then we'll name the client one that we catch on the client. We'll name it pizza cooldown client, and then all we're going to say is every single time we'll just say game.replicated storage.pizza cooldown event fire server, or I'm just going to take out the event part of it. We'll just name it pizza cooldown. Just say we'll fire server with the pizza cooldown, and then we'll just fire that with the actual cooldown time. So whatever script.parent.pizza cooldown.value, and then we'll catch that. Can we? Yeah, we can do it in the pizza handler. So we'll just say, because we have this remote event, so then we'll just say local pizza cooldown event equals game.replicated storage.pizza cooldown event. Fire server from a touch block. You'd have to do that. You'd have to fire the client because it's already on the server. Or if you wanted to communicate with another script type thing, you'd want to use a module script. That's how you'd want to do that type thing, because why not? Okay, so pizza cooldown, and then we're just going to say we need a definition. We'll say local pizza cooldown client equals game.replicated storage, of course, dot pizza cooldown client, and then we'll say pizza cooldown event dot on server event. Connect that to a function. I will check my DMs in a second. Just want to get this done first. And we'll get the player, and then we get the cooldown time, and then we're going to fire that back to the client by using the pizza cooldown client event. So we'll say pizza cooldown client colon fire client, pass in the player right there, and then we'll pass in the cooldown time. And then all we need to do from that is catch it back at the client once again. So we're just going to say, I'll put it right in here. Hey, how are you, Minor Silmer? Is that how you say it? Alright. Let's see. So now what we need to do is we'll say, so inside of, I want to do it inside of this UI right here, just to make it in like a good spot. So I'll say cooldown event, and we'll say just like this, local cooldown client event equals game.replicated storage dot pizza cooldown client, and we'll name it pizza cooldown client actually. And then we'll say that event dot on client event, connect it to a function, and then we'll just grab the cooldown time. And then with that, we can let's just print cooldown time. So let's just make sure we're getting this far actually. I want to make sure it's actually sending back and forth. So it's sending to the server and then it sends back to the client. My variables are long. Good. I know they're long, but good names are really important to me. I always like to make sure that we actually, things are kind of, you know, I need to be able to read my code in the future type thing. So there we go. So it prints 1 every time. Because that's the name of it, 1. Or that's the amount of time that it takes to cool down. And then all we have to do with that is I'm just going to say, so this bar right here, cooldown bar front. So we'll just get a definition of that. So we'll say local cooldown bar front equals script.parent.cooldown bar .cooldown front, and then we'll say cooldown front dot size equals unum2, and we want to set the size on the x-axis to 0 and an offset is 0, and then the y should be the same because we don't want the height to change. So we'll just say cooldown bar front dot size dot y dot offset or dot scale, and then 0. And then from there we'll tween it, and then we'll set the tween time to the cooldown time. So whatever the size is right now, we'll say local cooldown bar end size, those long variable names once again, equals cooldown bar front dot size, and then we'll just say cooldown bar front. Here, wait, let me answer your question. How did Xlid get board of directors at Tapioca? I think it was, I don't even remember. I don't know. You want to explain it, Josh? I'm sure you know how. I don't remember. So cooldown bar front, then we just want to tween that size. So we'll use that same tweening thing we were doing before. So because we use the too much UI, so we can do it like this. So we'll just change it from too much UI, we'll just say cooldown bar front, and tween size, and then cooldown bar end size, just like that. And then we just need to set this time, we need to set it to the cooldown time. And that should work. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. I guess we can see, we can test it out. So basically this means, so when it's fully loaded, when the bar is all the way at the end, it means it's ready. And then when when we click it, it should go back to the start. Oh, well there you go. So that's not exactly what I was thinking. But that's actually because I have the anchor point set to the middle. Let's set the anchor point to 0, 0, yeah, like that. And then if we move it back to the middle, because basically we don't want it sizing from both directions, we want it sizing to the right in the end. Let's try it like that. You purchased the trainee rank, you didn't get ranked, you have to press the claim rank button on the trainee thing at Tapioca. There we go. And it's at bounce mode right now. I don't think we should do it like that. We should set it to sign like that. Let's see how that winds up working out. Okay, so we click it. That's still bouncing. Why? Why is it bouncing? Oh, I changed it in the wrong spot, didn't I? I changed this one. Whoops. I don't have too many scripts open. That can happen sometimes, and it confuses you. Publish again. There we go. That's what I was kind of looking for. So let's sell our pizza, and then so when we click it, and if I spam my mouse, it only works again when we get to the end. That's exactly it. Awesome. So now we have our cooldown. Very cool. And there we go. And then all we have to do for the red pizza is if we just copy that same. Actually, to make it good, we shouldn't even have to have the script in there at all, this activated script. We should just copy it in automatically. We can actually do that when we set up the folder structure for when we store the pizzas, but for now I'm just going to copy in the scripts like that. You're examining everything I'm doing. You sent me a DM. You're going to head off now? Alright, I'll see you later. Make sure to turn off Can Collide and the pizzas and pets. Oh, perfect. Good idea. I should do that. And we'll actually do that next. So there we go. It works on that. And the cooldown time is faster for the red pizza. Let's just make sure when we get to 10. Yep. There we go. Awesome. Alright, so now what we will do... Yeah, we're gonna make it modular. That's the idea of Icon. But more importantly, we're gonna have a folder structure. So all of our tools, when the game starts, they're gonna go into a folder. And then anything we need to do for one tool, it'll automatically do it for the other ones. What should you DM on for Discord? What do you mean? I don't exactly get your question, Landon. Okay, so yeah, we need to set the Can Collide on these objects to false. So these are actually going to be our main objects right here. So I'll set Can Collide. If you're going to DM me about something RoScripter related, DM me on RoScripter, but if it's just me, like personally related, send me it on Wyatt. It's up to you. So we turn Can Collide off on all of those. And then what else did Excellent say? He said the pets, right? Yeah. So we're going to turn it off. So if we go over to the pets, I think they are over here. Yep. So if I just basically just want to grab all the parts underneath of them, and we're just going to turn Can Collide off. And we're just going to test it again to make sure, but that's what we need to do just to make sure everything kind of, you know, doesn't fling people around the map or anything like that. So yeah, we should be able to run into the wall just like that. And I'll actually set the thing on my back to Can Collide false as well. And there we go. It looks like it's working. Oh, there's a bug. Look at that. So if we let me try to emulate that. Let me try to show you what happened there. So if we set it to 9, right? So we get up to 9 and then we use a pizza that gives 2, we can still get to 11. So I think what we have to do is we have to check to see if the added value, yeah, we have to see if the added value is greater than 10, greater than or equal to 10. So the way I'm gonna do that is, so we'll fire the server pizza cooldown. So if player.leaderstats.pizza.value is less than, otherwise we want to open up the too much UI. So we're going to say that, or, and then so, or if, let's see, because how do we, so we add how much pizza, how do we know how much to add? Pizza reward, right? So, or, player.leaderstats.pizza.value plus this is greater than 10. Wait. Or less than 10? Yeah, let's see how that works. Oh, we need to say and, not or. My mistake. Wrong logic. Now let's head back in. Let's test that out. Let's see. So, if we this, okay, that works good. And so, like, I just want to make sure we're able to get up to 10. I don't want it to be the wrong number. Alright, and then we click that. See, it still lets us click it. No, I can fix that bug off camera. Bug fixing is no fun. We don't want to do that. Alright, I'll just keep that on my list. I'll remember to do that. When you get all the backpack in the game, you have to replace all those 10 by backpack capacity. Yeah, you're right. We will have to change that. I think it already is set. The backpack capacity already works. We have a variable in there, right? Or we have... Yeah, that's what we have. We have a number value with capacity. So that goes under starter pack. Yeah, because max pizza. So whatever that value is. That's how we get to max capacity type thing. Awesome. Okay. So I think, so that's some pretty good progress for today. So we added the pet UI, we added this thing. So I think I'm going to end the stream a little bit early today. Just so I can work on a video to get out tomorrow for you all. What's it going to be on? I think I'll either do it, it'll either be a beginner video, so beginner scripting, or it will be how to script a music system. So you can put in all the music IDs and it will like actually, you know, have them all come up and it'll play in game, like with a mute feature and a volume feature and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to work on that right now. Thank you for watching. Let me publish the game real quick. And if you have any questions, just let me know about anything. You know, just you can tell me in the chat before I head off. And I'd be happy to answer anything. Hey Snakes, how are you? Yeah, in the beginner video that I do, that'll be on basic math. Because that actually should have come a lot earlier, but I didn't wind up working on that. Or I didn't even think of the idea. But basic math is real important, so I'll have that up tomorrow most likely. I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Yeah, but if there are no questions, again, if you want to get the uncopylocked version of this game, you can find that in the description. That should be it. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later.